barricades get set up in different spots of town as LAPD kind of continues to push the protesters towards different areas here. We're seeing a little bit of a progression north into Chinatown, but we also have a large group, at least a few minutes ago, that I last had eyes on that was south of City Hall at I believe that was Main and I think it was Main and First Street, and we might be a little too far away with the buildings in a way here to get eyes on that group there, but there was a group of about 500 people down on that side. However, that group of protesters, they weren't really doing anything that LAPD deems to be a threat, so LAPD is really putting their focus on the protesters on the north side that continue to set up barricades. They really don't want anybody to dig their heels in and set up barricades or anything of that sort, because the longer barricades get put in place, the more they get fortified by other pieces of trash and other pieces of metal that these individuals find, the harder it will be for LAPD to deal with it later on. It looks like that's the Spring Street Bridge that CHP now has been able to contain, and I think if we pan to the left, Rob, there, we'll be able to see the Los Angeles Street Bridge, and that's the bridge where a lot of protesters were throwing items down onto the freeway below. And you see that CHP vehicle on a tow truck. That CHP vehicle probably going to be a complete loss. It was actually set on fire earlier as people on the bridge above were lighting pieces of cardboard on fire and throwing them down to the vehicles below. So that CHP vehicle actually caught on fire a little bit before CHP officers were able to move in with a fire extinguisher and put it out. But while we were zoomed in there, you were able to see a lot of debris just spread across the lanes of the southbound 101 freeway. So it's going to be a big cleanup here. further to the south on Main Street, south of Cesar Chavez Avenue, that intersection you're seeing right there, and LAPD continued to push that crowd further north. So now you're just seeing the crowd just kind of scatter in a lot of different directions. So a couple people went to the gas station. We didn't see any signs of looting or anything like that in that particular store right there. So that's definitely some good news. But the concern obviously is individuals that continue to make barricades, such as this one there on the right side of your screen that's been, as you said, fortified with a couple of dumpsters and a wrought iron fence. We've seen an item set on fire there next to that fence, but it appears that fire may be out as of as of right now. So LAPD is trying to avoid situations like this, but they're also taking into account all of the resources that they are pouring into the area, and they have been pouring into the area, and they're trying to figure out a way to balance those resources. So they are not at this time making a push further north to knock down that barricade as they have been with previous barricades. They're just kind of holding the scene as it stands right now, maybe to have a little bit of a respite, have a little bit of a calm, regroup, and then figure out the next move. You see the Night Sun from the LAPD helicopter that is over the scene here. We've seen the Super Puma Rescue 5 helicopter. That's the big LA County Sheriff's helicopter here at the scene as well. They've been helping law enforcement keep an eye on things. That parking, that paid-up park structure at the center